Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to learn how to create, use and delete ini file in AutoHotkey. So if you're interested in this topic, please continue watching. Welcome back. So let's get started. Within AutoHotkey, in regards to ini file, there are three commands that we should learn. First of which is IniWrite, which allows you to create an ini file and write to it. And IniDelete, which allows you to delete data from ini file, and IniRead, which allows you to read data from the ini file. Ini file, for those of you who might not be very familiar with it, has this kind of structure where you have a section wrapped up in square brackets, followed by key value pairs of data, and then followed by another section if you want to have more than one section within the ini file, again wrapped up in square brackets, followed by another set of key value pair of data. Ini file is a config file for computer software that consists of text-based content. So basically you have key value pairs inside the sections within ini file that you can use from outside of your script. Now, an example of an ini file within AutoHotkey might look like this, where you could have GUI settings you want to save. As you say, for example, if you assume that this is a GUI, you want this GUI setting saved when you exit out of the GUI, such as the X coordinate, the Y coordinate, and then the width and the height of the GUI, the color or the hotkey that runs on the GUI. As you exit out of the GUI, you want that kind of data be saved into an ini file. So the next time you open it up to run the GUI, you want to have that GUI set up in a way that is exactly the same as where you had left it. So that's one way that you could use ini file with AutoHotkey. Now, in order to use ini files, so first of all, we're going to go ahead and learn how to write to an ini file. And the syntax is like this, where you have the section name, the key and value. So let me first start off with the section, and let me just go ahead and say my random section is going to be my section name, and key, I'll call it my key. And then in the value, I'll just put in 1 to 3. And file name is the path to the ini file that I'm going to create, which doesn't exist at the moment, my ini file dot ini. So this file is going to be created in this folder right here. If it doesn't exist, if it does, then it's just going to write to it. So if I go ahead and run this script, then it's going to create the ini file. If I open it up, then I'll see my section wrapped up in square brackets, my key, followed by the value that I have put in. So that's how ini files get created. You can also overwrite the existing value for the same key. So I'm going to leave that my key as it is, section as it is. If I go ahead and run it, then 1 to 3 is going to be overwritten with 4, 5, 6, which is the new value that I have put in. You can also create multiple keys, obviously. So you can go your key in the same section and put in a new value of 789. Go ahead and run it. Then that's going to write to the file at the bottom where you have your key, followed by equal sign and 789, the value that I have put in. You can obviously add more sections to it by changing the name of the section. And let's say this time I'm going to call my key English. And in the value, I'll put in ABC. So if I go ahead and run this, then I'm going to see a new section like that in square brackets, followed by a key and value that I have put in. Now, depending on what version of AutoHotkey you're running, you may be running the ANSI version or the Unicode, which you can check by doing a_is Unicode. And if you get a number 1, that means you're running the Unicode version of AutoHotkey. 1 means true. So that means when you create the ini file, this is going to be Unicode ini file. And therefore, in the value or in section names or the key names, I can type in a foreign language. This is Korean, equivalent of ABC. So I'll type in Korean here. And then if I go ahead and run this, I should be able to see that Korean character properly printed as opposed to having garbled characters. All right, and if you want to be able to delete an entry from an ini file, then you can simply just go, let me go ahead and delete a key from my random section, and then my key is the key that I'm going to delete. File name is a_scripter my ini file.ini. So this is going to delete, let me open it up, my key from my random section. So that's going to be gone when I run this. So if I go ahead and run it and open up the ini file again, that is gone, and only your key is left underneath my random section. If you want to delete the entire section instead of just one key, then just delete that bit here and just leave the section name, and this is going to delete the entirety of my random section. So if I go ahead and run it, it's going to delete all of that, including all the keys and values underneath it. Now if you want to be able to read data from the ini file, you can use the IniRead command, where you get the data read assigned into output variable like that. Okay, populate this, my ini file.ini, and you provide the section where you want to read the data from. My random, I forgot what I have, your random section. Okay, I'm going to read your random section, and the key is going to be Korean. And if I show the output inside a message box and run it, then I'm going to see the value inside the key that I have designated. If you want to read the entire section, so your random section for example, then you just simply remove the key, and then that's going to read everything inside the section, which is all of this, excluding the section name. If you want to just read the section names within an ini file, right now I've only got one section, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste to create more sections. My random section, their random section, get out and remove all of that except for just the file reference. And then if I go ahead and run it, then I'm going to be able to see all the section names only. This is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.